The fifth question. Discuss the causes of depletion of mangroves and explain their importance in maintaining the coastal ecology. See, there are several causes for depletion of mangroves. You cannot just enumerate the causes, but you have to discuss the causes. And see, the mangroves have a lot of importance for human beings as well as for ecology and for coast. Here they are only asking you the importance in maintaining coast ecology. So they are not asking you the importance of mangroves to human beings, only for coast ecology. Then for these kind of questions, it's better if in the introduction you just explain about what mangroves are in 2 to 3 lines, so that the evaluator understands that you know what is a mangrove. In fact, you can draw an India map and mention where the mangroves are, or a world map and show the mangrove forest, few of them. So now in the introduction, just you can write a few facts of mangroves. See, mangroves are the forests containing the trees and shrubs mostly on the intertidal zone in the coastal area. For example, this is a coast. Let us say this is the high tide line, this is the low tide line. In between, mangroves would be there in the intertidal zone. They are along the coast, and hence the species, either trees or shrubs or the animals, the species which grow there are the halophyte. They are salt-loving species. So they are unique species and they shall be conserved. Also, mangroves are mostly found in the tropical areas and subtropical areas. They are not found on the temperate or polar areas because they cannot withstand very low temperatures. So with this, you generally tell them about the mangroves. Then moving on to the main body of the question, causes for depletion of mangroves. See, the causes are both natural causes, there are some natural causes, and anthropogenic causes, the human-led causes. Now, some of the causes, if you see, one is the clearing of mangroves. The clearing of mangroves, also called as deforestation. Why do we clear the mangroves, human beings mostly? For several reasons. For example, one is for aquaculture. For example, in Sundarbans, for shrimp culture, lot of mangroves have been deforested. Shrimp culture in Sundarbans. Similarly, some people clear mangroves for doing agriculture. Example, you can take in Orissa, the Bactrian mangroves are cleared. The Bactrian in Orissa is cleared for doing agriculture. Similarly, some people clear the mangrove forests for tourism. Mostly in Pakistan, the mangroves are cleared in the coastal areas for tourism. They feel that mangroves are unaesthetic because they are smelly, the trees are not beautiful. So if you clear them, you can use it for tourism. Similarly, for the human settlements, for industrialization, urbanization also, for the coastal development, they clear the mangroves. This is one of the reasons for the depletion. Second one is overexploitation. As mangroves have a lot of trees having good timber, good wood, which you can use as furniture and for construction and other activities. Similarly, mangroves has different types of fishes, and hence a lot of fishing is also done. So overexploitation, maybe for the timber, for the wood, overexploitation for overfishing, etc. also leads to degeneration and destruction of the mangroves. Then also the upstream activities, like if you construct any dam upstream or any irrigation facility upstream, or if you do deforestation upstream, means from where the water is coming to the mangroves, if you do any deforestation, because of deforestation, more soil erosion will happen and most of them will come to the mangrove, it will suffocate the mangrove forest. Similarly, if you construct a dam, irrigation facility, or if you divert any fresh water towards the mangroves, the salinity of the mangrove water will fall down, which will also lead to destruction of the species which are halophytes, salt-loving species in the mangrove forest. Similarly, For example, the runoff, the water coming to the mangrove from any agricultural field or any industrial place. From industries, a lot of polluted water may come to mangroves, or from agricultural runoff, there will be chemical fertilizers and pesticides which will choke, affect and pollute the mangroves, and thus it may destroy the mangroves. See, most of these are anthropogenic reasons. Similarly, there are some natural reasons. Like if there is a very strong flood or tsunami or any sea storm, it may destroy the mangroves. Particularly, as we have seen the coral reefs in the previous question, coral reefs actually act as the first buffer for any sea storm. If you remove the coral reef, the energy of the storm will fall on the mangroves. There is a better chance of destroying more mangroves. Hence, the removal of coral reefs can also be said as one of the reasons for destruction of the mangroves because of sea storms. So, thus you have discussed some of the causes for depletion. In these, better to write some examples: Sundarban, Bhitarkanika, tourism, as I told in in Pakistan. Similarly, you can write about some Tamil Nadu mangroves, Chidambaram, the Pichawara mangroves. You can how the deforestation in the upstream have destruction. Some examples you can mention, and you may draw it. You can draw India map and show some of the Sundarban mangroves, Pichawara mangroves, Bhitarkanika mangroves of Orissa. You can show. Now let's move on to importance in maintaining. What is the importance in maintaining the coastal ecology? See, mangroves are important. Mangroves are important for human beings. For example, for ecotourism, or for fishing, and otherwise for the livelihood of the poor people living on the coastal areas, who they can sell the timber or they can do fishing, etc. But these kind of benefits should not be mentioned in this question, because here you are talking about importance of mangroves in maintaining coastal ecology. So better you write points like defense. Actually, coastal defense. Mangroves defend the coastal population or the coastal ecology from the sea storms, floods, or though it cannot stop tsunami, it can reduce effect of it. So cyclones, some of the effect can be reduced by the mangroves. So they provide security for the coastal ecology. Similarly, see, the soil erosion can actually be stopped. The soil erosion can be stopped. Mostly because of the flowing water or wind, most of the coastal soil can be eroded into the sea. It can be stopped by the mangroves with their roots. The roots hold the soil tightly and stop the soil erosion. This actually keeps the fertile soil on, because of which coastal ecology can be maintained. Similarly, you can say the water, the purity or quality of water. See, just like any other wetland, mangroves has capacity to filter the pollutants and make the water clear or purify the water, which actually helps in the coastal ecology. Similarly, the most important point is biodiversity. As I told you, mangroves particularly are a place where a lot of species that either cannot stay in the sea or cannot stay in the land. Such kind of species actually grow in the mangroves. So we can say it is a biodiversity hotspot. Mangroves are biodiversity hotspots. You can even see a lot of endangered and threatened species living in the mangroves. So if we eliminate the mangroves, these endangered species will become extinct. So that's another importance of the mangrove for the coastal ecology. Then also carbon sequestration. See, sequestration is capturing the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and storing it in the soil. It is naturally done by any tree, the trees. But if you compare mangroves with generally say a tropical rainforest, mangroves have more potential for carbon sequestration, maybe some 3 times more carbon sequestration. There is another advantage of the mangrove forest. So, thus you can explain their advantages, and finally you can conclude by giving 1 or 2 suggestions of how can you save mangrove forest and how protection of mangrove forest helps not only the ecology but also human beings. You can say like that. So any questions on this one?